Hello everyone. To participate in a Spring Boot assessment, you might have received one mail invitation link. Once you click on it, you will land in this test page. Then click on register, enter your name and submit. Now before starting your test, go through the basic details like what is the total marks, number of questions, total duration and number of attempts. You can also go through the basic details of the assessment and rules and regulation before starting your test. Now click on start test. You will get the basic instructions like how many attempts you have, what are the Procton features which are enabled in case any. Then click on next. Then over here, the system will check your basic network, the stability and browser compatibility. So please ensure you should have at least 1 to 2 upload Mbps speed. Now, once you have clicked on start test, you can go through all the questions over here, and in the right hand side, your ID will get loaded. Now click on this icon to make it full screen. Now till the time your ID is getting loaded, you have to wait for a few seconds and then you can start coding. Over here, you will get a pop-up where it will ask you whether you trust this workspace or not. Please click on yes so that all the features can perfectly work. Once it is done, now let me tell you what are the other features on the top we have. So on the top, you can see there are 3 icons. So this icon is for the full screen. This arrow icon is for the preview section. Okay. Now, whatever task you're performing over here, you can see it in a preview section. Currently, you can see the instructions that how you can install or start or stop your application using quick run menu or the terminal. So quick run menu, you can find it over here on the top of the ID. Now, once your application is successfully compiled, you can refresh the page and you can see the preview of the code that you have done. Now we'll click on this icon to minimize it. The same thing, if you want to see the preview in a full screen mode, you can click over here and you can see in a full screen mode as well in a new tab. At the bottom, you can see 2 buttons, run sample test case and run hidden test cases. Now to see whether your code is able to pass the test case or not, you can run the sample and the hidden test case. Please note, for passing the sample test case, you will not get any scope because this is just for your reference purpose, whether your logic is right or not. But once you click on the hidden test cases, now based on the number of hidden test cases you have passed, accordingly you will get the scoring. It will take few minutes, so we can minimize this section. Now you will get another pop-up whether the projects are imported into workspace. Either you can click on view project or you can click on don't show again. Now application has install the required dependency. Now we have to run the application. So for that, click on quick run, click on Spring Boot, and then click on ambient Spring Boot run. So as you can see, our application is running. Now on the right hand side, you can see this icon, which is an explorer icon. You can click over here and you can see the folders. So now to use the intelligence, so wherever you want to use the intelligence, just click over there. You can see the bulb icon next to that line. Once you click on that icon, you will be able to see few suggestions, right? So using intelligence, you can follow the suggestions or you can import the files as well. Also, now I'm just writing some random words over here. So as you can see, the red line under this particular word, right? Because this word has no meaning. So this line represents 2 things, red line. One, either there is some error, whatever code you have written, or it could be a suggestion as well as a part of the, the intelligence feature. So if it is an error, resolve it. And in case if you feel that, okay, you have written a right code everywhere, in that case, you can simply ignore this and run your application. And if your application is running successfully, it means it's just a suggestion and not an error. So please don't get confused on this. Okay. Now, if you see at the bottom, our app test case got run successfully. Now, if I click on show last submission and then click on view to see all the test cases. And over here under the result, you can see whether your test case got passed or failed. Okay. And once you click on execution log, you can see the reason behind failing the test case. You can go through it. You can analyze the same and correct your code. Now, on the now in case if you want to add the dependencies, so pom.xml file is the one where you can add the dependencies like this. I'm just adding one more dependency over here, which is a model mapper. Now, after doing that, I will save the file and then I will click on quick run. I will click on Spring Boot and then I will click on mvn clean install. Now over here, while adding the dependency, you will get two pop-up that a build file was modified. Do you want to synchronize? So click on always. Then you will get another pop-up whether do you want to install the dependency analytics extension to stay informed about vulnerable dependencies in POMX file. So if you want, you can install or you can click on later. Now, in case if you want to add any file or folder over here, so just click on do a right click. You can see an option to add new file, new folder. You get an option to delete, duplicate or rename the file, or you can also upload the files over here. Now our dependencies got added successfully. Now to see the same, you can click on Java dependency, click on weather, and over here you can see Maven dependencies, right? So I will just enlarge this section. So under the Maven dependencies, you can see the dependency which you have added. So as you can see, this is the model mapper which I have added just now. Okay. So this is how you can view over here. Now, once you are done with the with your code, click on exit full screen option and then click on submit to submit your test. Submission will take few minutes because when you click on submit, again the hidden test case will run against your code for a final submission.